Hi, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I'm here to show you that you can actually stamp images with watercolours. Yeah, I'm not talking about filling in filling in stamped images with watercolours. I'm talking about actually stamping the images with watercolours themselves. Now, as somebody who's into art in other ways other than card making, I have a vast range of paints and felt tips and etc. etc. I've got loads of stuff, and when I started making my own polymer stamps, I didn't want to have to go ahead and buy loads of ink pads because I've got loads of colours. So I was looking to experiment and see what would happen, and I found that there are several things that you can use quite easily. One of these is Derwent. I can't see the container lid here. I've got a set of Derwent 24 Inktense watercolour soluble pencils, and they work just fine. I've also got some water soluble pastels. Those work fine. And you can use this method with normal watercolour palettes or tubes, whatever you've got or have easy access to. You can also use for stamping, and maybe people don't realise this, I noticed there have been a lot of people buying particular brands of watercolour felt tips, watercolour brush markers to do stamping with. And there's really no need, because if you've got any children's supplies around, the chances are you have water-soluble felt tips already, and you can use those on your stamps without any difficulty whatsoever. Right, regarding the pencils, I have some craft foam. If you don't have craft foam, you can use those thin cellulose sponges that you buy for cleaning the kitchen and whatever. Those will work well as well. Now there's two ways of possibly doing this. You can lay down your colour like so, and then you can spritz it with water. And I'm going to do this away from the camera, sorry. I don't want it in front of the camera. Okay, I've just spritzed that with water. And as you can see, you get more pigment laying down if you do it when it's very, very slightly damp. Okay, so you then take your stamp, put it over your colour. I've only got it over part of the stamp as it happens, and you would stamp it down. Now, depending on how wet you make this and how much colour you put on, depends on the effect you get. Mine's a little bit dry still, but it will depend on how much water you have on it as to how much ink basically you have made. And I've just sprayed it with a bit more water, and you can see that's a little wetter. And if I put this on here now, I will get a stronger result. Forgive the bad stamping because I'm trying to do this at arm's length. It's not easy trying to do it with the camera in front of me. So that's one method of doing that. If you choose to do it with tube paints, then simply get a brush, mix up a little water and paint and put it onto a piece of craft foam and use that. When you've finished with it, be it the craft foam or be it a kitchen sponge, you can wash it off in warm soapy water. You can put it through the washing machine afterwards if you so wish. You can use the scraps of your craft foam. If you're cutting foam out, just keep the scraps to use. And there is absolutely no reason why you can't use your watercolours. I'll just quickly show you, just go to one of my drawers and show you a normal child's type felt tip. This one, the ones you want to look for, ones that say they're washable. That means they are water-based, not alcohol-based. And this one is a dual-ended fine tip and a much thicker tip. And so if I just go over my stamp with this, there we go, and put it down, and then you get the stamp. perfect, no problem whatsoever. So there's no need to buy specialist marker pens to do this. As I said, you can go into any shop that sells children's craft supplies and buy the cheapest stuff that you can find. The same goes for the watercolours. If you don't have watercolours, you can just buy a cheap children's palette. If you're very lucky, you might even find ones that are metallic children's sets. And you can use those and do metallic stamping with your watercolours. So don't feel if you have stamps that you have to go out and buy loads of ink pads specially for it, because the chances are you have something else around the house that you can use. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.